The 2026 Winter Olympics were supposed to be a moment of unity, competition, and pride. Athletes from around the world gathered to represent their countries on one of the biggest global stages. But instead of focusing only on medals and performance, the spotlight has shifted to something far more controversial. Team USA athletes are now at the center of a political storm, facing intense backlash for speaking honestly about the country they represent, and the reaction from Donald Trump has turned this controversy into a national debate. What began as a few personal comments from American athletes has quickly escalated into a wider argument about patriotism, free speech, and the role of politics in sports. For many viewers, this moment feels uncomfortable, but also revealing. Because what's happening at the Olympics isn't really about skiing or skating. It's about how deeply divided the United States has become, and how even global sporting events can no longer escape domestic politics. One of the first athletes to spark widespread attention was U.S. freestyle skier Hunter Hess. During a media interview, Hess spoke candidly about his emotions while representing the United States. He said he felt proud to compete for the people who supported him throughout his career, but he also admitted that he struggled with certain political realities back home. He made it clear that wearing the American flag did not automatically mean he agreed with every decision made by the government. For many Americans, this statement felt refreshing and honest. For others, it crossed the line. Within hours, social media España supporters praised Hess for his courage and transparency, while critics accused him of disrespecting the country. The backlash intensified when Donald Trump responded publicly, turning a personal reflection into a national controversy. Trump used his social media platform to attack Hess directly, calling him a loser and questioning his right to represent the United States if he felt conflicted about the country. Trump argued that athletes who wear the flag should do so without hesitation or criticism, suggesting that any doubt was a sign of disloyalty. His words traveled fast, amplified by news outlets and shared across political communities. This response didn't just target one athlete, it sent a broader message that patriotism should be unconditional, especially on an international stage. But that idea immediately raised questions. Is patriotism about blind loyalty? Or is it about holding your country accountable when you believe it can do better? That question sits at the heart of this Olympic controversy. Hunter Hess was not alone in expressing discomfort with certain U.S. policies. Other American athletes also spoke out, including skier Chris Lillis, who mentioned concerns about immigration enforcement and the treatment of vulnerable communities. Lillis emphasized that his criticism came from love for the country, not hatred. He argued that caring deeply about America also means caring about the people who live in it, especially those who feel marginalized. These statements added fuel to the fire. Supporters of the athletes argued that the Olympics should showcase human values, not just national symbols. They pointed out that athletes are not government officials, but individuals with lived experiences, beliefs, and moral responsibilities. Critics, however, insisted that the Olympics are not the place for political commentary, arguing that athletes should focus solely on competition. As the debate grew louder, U.S. figure skater Amber Glenn became another target of intense online backlash. After speaking about the challenges faced by the LGBTQ+ community and sharing her perspective on current American policies, Glenn faced a wave of harassment and threats on social media. The hostility became so overwhelming that she announced she would step back from online platforms to protect her mental health. This moment highlighted a darker side of the controversy. While political debates can be intense, the personal toll on athletes is often ignored. These competitors are under immense pressure already, balancing performance expectations with global attention. When political backlash turns into personal attacks, it raises serious concerns about safety, mental health, and the cost of speaking out. Trump's reaction to these athletes has become a defining element of the story. His supporters argue that he is defending national pride and demanding respect for the flag. They believe that representing the United States on the world stage should come with a clear sense of loyalty and gratitude. To them, public criticism during the Olympics feels like a betrayal. On the other hand, Trump's critics argue that his response reinforces a narrow definition of patriotism. They believe that silencing athletes or attacking them for honest expression undermines the very freedoms the country claims to represent. For them, the ability to speak openly, even critically, is a core American value. This clash of perspectives reflects a broader cultural divide in the United States. Sports have long been seen as a unifying force, but recent years have shown that they are also a powerful platform for social and political expression. From kneeling during the national anthem to speaking out on social justice issues, athletes have increasingly used their visibility to engage with national conversations. The Olympics, however, add another layer of complexity. Unlike domestic leagues, the Games are an international showcase. Athletes are not just representing themselves or their teams, but their entire country. That symbolism makes every word and action feel heavier, more scrutinized, and more controversial. International audiences are watching closely. For viewers outside the United States, this controversy offers a glimpse into America's internal struggles. Instead of projecting unity and strength, the U.S. appears deeply divided. even at a moment designed to celebrate global cooperation. Some see this as a weakness, while others see it as an honest reflection of a pluralistic society. The question of whether politics should stay out of sports is not new, but it feels more urgent than ever. History shows that sports and politics have always been connected, from Olympic boycotts during the Cold War to protests against apartheid. What's different now is the speed and intensity of reaction, fueled by social media and political polarization. For the athletes involved, this moment will likely define their Olympic experience. Instead of being remembered solely for their performances, they are now part of a larger cultural debate. Some may gain supporters, others may lose fans, but none will walk away unaffected. As the 2026 Winter Olympics continue, the controversy shows no signs of fading. Every interview, every social media post, and every reaction from political leaders adds another layer to the conversation. What started as personal reflection has become a national argument about identity, loyalty, and freedom. This situation forces Americans to confront uncomfortable questions. Can you love your country and still criticize it? Should athletes be expected to remain silent to preserve national image? And who gets to decide what patriotism really means? The backlash against U.S. Olympians and Trump's reaction to it reveal a country struggling to define itself. The debate is no longer confined to politics or sports. It's about values, voice, and the future of public discourse in America. As viewers, we are left to decide where we stand. Do we believe athletes should speak their truth, even on the world's biggest stage? Or do we believe the Olympics should remain a space free from political expression? There is no easy answer, but the conversation itself may be the most important outcome of this controversy. One thing is clear. The 2026 Winter Olympics are no longer just about competition. They have become a mirror, reflecting America's divisions, tensions, and ongoing struggle to balance unity with freedom. And long after the medals are awarded, this debate will continue, shaping how the nation sees itself and how the world sees America.